The Yamuna river has entered in Vrindavan and is already strongly flowing through the outskirts and into streets and houses. The children have lots of fun playing in the water, but the parents already realize that by tomorrow they may not be able to enter their houses anymore. Some houses are already cut off from the street. In order to reach these houses, we had to cross streets which are already flooded by the river.
क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? जय सिया राम, क्या कर रहे हो?
परसों शाम को।
परसों?
हाँ, शाम को।
और आप लोग घर छोड़ के कब गए? परसों।
This woman showed us her home, which she had left already 2 days ago. Here, the parents of 4 of our school children have torn a hole into the back wall of their house to be able to enter. These are the houses of Murari, Atul, Goldie and Akash. Their mother told that they have already moved their belongings out of the room and onto the roofs.
कौन सा बेटा तेरा घर?
When we saw their situation, we offered the families to come and stay at our ashram until the water will leave their homes again. They wanted to wait and see if the water keeps on rising. And just a few hours later, the first parents brought their children to the ashram, telling that the water level is steadily getting higher. They themselves wanted to stay in their homes until it is not possible anymore at all. Their sons, however, are now enjoying being at ashram, a dry place to play and have fun. We expect their parents to be here tomorrow.
We went again into the colonies of Vrindavan, which were flooded by the Yamuna. The water has risen several feet, and it is not anymore possible to reach any of the houses by foot. One boat brings people from and to their houses. We climbed into the boat with the food packages we had packed for the people affected by the flood. With us were the children who are now staying at the ashram and who wanted to see their homes and families. The area is now an island, and when people saw that we were bringing food, they joined us on our way. Until we reached the place for distribution, a big crowd had gathered around us. People started shouting, all wanting to get at least one of the packages with bread and vegetables. People were pressing in, pushing each other and trying to get to the front. The crowd was getting crazy, all with the thought to get their package first. They grabbed the bags and pulled them out of our hands. 150 food packages were not enough for everybody. And even if we had had the double or triple amount, we would not have been able to feed them all. After the distribution, we went with the children to see their houses. You can see the difference of the water level of the last 3 days if you look at this house, Sanju's home. Atul's house was still dry on the 26th, but today the water is 1 foot deep in the bedroom. For the time of the flood, he, Sanju, and some other boys came to live at the ashram. From the roofs, you can see how the whole colony is flooded. People showed us their houses, now unreachable for them. The children can see the water all around, but do not realize yet how many problems this water has brought to their homes and families. 3 days ago, we entered through this hole. In that time, Murari's home was still dry. Now, this passage hole was blocked by the river's water, which had also filled the rooms where Murari's family had been living. The families have left their houses and took as many of their belongings as they could. They now live on their roofs or seek help and shelter in drier areas. The river, however, still continues to flow strongly in the streets, a sign that the water levels will keep on rising. Those who have no other option try to manage their lives, hoping that the water will retreat soon. We want to help them by installing a temporary kitchen in that area, so that at least they do not have to be hungry and sleep with empty stomachs. You can help now. Donate on jcram.com/donation.hdm.
Once again, we went back into the flooded area to help and feed the victims. The water level has risen another 2 to 3 feet, which makes it even more difficult to find a dry place. We went to an ashram where already many people have gone for shelter after losing their houses to the Yamuna. Many of their houses have cracks in the walls, and this woman showed us her home, crying at the sight of the house breaking apart in front of her eyes. People are waiting. Life is on hold until the Yamuna decides to retreat again. The river's water has come far into the land, flooding 2 complete colonies and affecting around 7,000 people. This time, with the help of donations, we could install a temporary kitchen and feed people a fresh and warm meal right on the spot. People were eagerly waiting for the preparation to complete. they got the chance to fill their stomachs, and many came again to get and save some food for their next meal.
जिन लोगों ने मैंने क्या उनके लिए दिया जाए चाचा।
सूरज सूरज हटो यहाँ से आप।
After the distribution, we went to see the boys' houses again. In Atul's house, also the front room is now filled with water. The river's water is blocking the streets of the colonies. On the houses, you see the moisture being soaked into the walls. People live on their roofs, which is fine as long as it is dry. We left the area, and 1 hour later it started raining.
कहाँ पे?
वीडियो
चलो वो बाहर निकाल के इनको मिलता गया। दोबारा मत लिया चलो। ए मासी इधर आओ इधर।